But we still need to find the connection between the wrong indicator and the engine simultaneous shutdown. Were fuel tanks empty? 4 years ago, an Airbus A330 had experienced a similar case, a double engine failure due to an internal fuel leak. The aircraft flies without any power for 16 miles and landed without significant damages in Lagos. The final research shows that the wrong indicator gives a higher quantity of fuel than what really exists. At the moment of the crash, it still shows 1,800 kilograms when the two tanks are completely dry. This causes the engine's shutdown and the ditching. Only one question left now: why the low-level alert had never been triggered when the tanks are empty? The response is in the design itself of its warning. It was based on the FQI indication and not on a signal sent from the tank probes. As long as the FQI is showing 1,800 kilograms, no low-level alert was triggered. One day before the crash, the crew noticed a discrepancy with the FQI indication. Some digits are not correctly displayed. The captain reported it on the logbook for maintenance action. The technician went through the aircraft IPC to check the part number to be installed. Then he went to the store to look for the new equipment. The store is managed by the logistic model of Hamaz's system. The logistic model of Hamaz's system allows the stock management of aircraft equipment, quantity in stock, position in the warehouse, etc. Every equipment is classified by its part number, stock position, and available quantity in stock. When an equipment A is not available in stock, Hamaz's may show an alternative equipment B. In this case, B is interchangeable with A. This option is only for information. The interchangeability should always be checked in the IPC or any certified document. The PN wanted by the technician is not available. Hamaz's proposed another one supposed to be interchangeable. Unfortunately, this is an ATR42 fuel indicator, and the technician did not check that in the IPC. A wrong FQI had been installed on Lima Bravo Bravo. The fuel quantity became 3,050 kilograms instead of real value of 790 kilograms. Saturday, the crew did not notice the problem. After refueling, the FQI showed a total quantity of 3,800 kilograms, which is 3 times the real quantity. This wrong information will have no impact on the first leg of the flight. During the flight from Tunis to Bari, the aircraft engines consumed 950 kilograms, but the FQI showed an abnormal consumption of 1,500 kilograms. After the second refueling, the aircraft autonomy is only about 15 minutes, while the FQI showed the equivalent of 3-hour flight. When the ATR-72 was flying the Sicilian coast, it consumed its last kilograms of fuel. As soon as the engines are short of fuel, they were shut down. The fuel indicator was still showing 1,800 kilograms of fuel. The crew tries to keep the aircraft flying and contact Palermo ATC for an emergency approach. The ATR started a long descent. With an altitude of 4,000 feet, the aircraft may fly for about 15 kilometers. This is still insufficient to reach Palermo airport. The crew had now no choice except ditching in the Mediterranean Sea.
هاي سيء هاي معي علي رد بالك معي علي رد بالك حضر روحك يا شكري شكري حضر روحك هونتوش لا مير
The final report is not issued yet, but many recommendations had been published. In the beginning, it should be noticed that a series of human factor problems form an error chain. If any one of the links in this chain had been broken, the incident may have been prevented. It might be done by building in measures or defenses which may not permit an error at one or more of the stages. A good example is G. Reason's Swiss cheese model. The first recommendation concerns the design and the certification. It's recommended to perform an ATR-72 and ATR-42 fleet inspection in order to verify the installation of the applicable fuel quantity indicator, and should consider the possibility to mandate a modification of the fuel quantity indicator installation in order to prevent any incorrect fitting. The EASA should consider the possibility to change the fuel system certification regulation for public transport aircraft in order to require that the fuel low level warnings be independent from the fuel gauging systems. The second recommendation deals with the maintenance. Tunisia should review its maintenance system and procedure. The integrity of the information within AMAS's system should be considered unreadable. The use of the document published and customized for the ATR, AMM, IPC should be done before any maintenance action. At the end, Tunisia should review the flight monitoring procedure by the crew and basic operations for fuel consumption check during and after the flight. Few days after the publications of those recommendations, the French DGAC issued an worthiness directive to mandate the inspection of all the FUI installed on the ATR-72 or ATR-42. "2005 had known a black summer for many companies. Nevertheless, civil aviation remains one of the most secure means of transport. Millions of passengers are flying through the world every day. the fatality rate is 10,000 less important than car accident. Thanks to advanced technologies and maintenance programs, aircrafts are kept in the best standard and the safety is maintained in its highest level.